What's up everyone, NartOutHere here going to show you all 30 CSGO pro tricks and tips. These pro tips and tricks were taken from Cologne 2022 matches. Without further ado, let's get into the first trick. Outsiders post-plant have to retake A site and James and Fame get spotted that both are coming up from CT. James, such a smart player, calls for the boost on the boxes and outplays C9 as both C9 players are waiting and holding for outside players to come up from CT. However, not so fast as a curveball gets thrown and strike you're out, says James. Great play from the father. Spirit are attacking A through Donut and Chopper smokes CT from window standing in this back corner. He will aim at the gap between these leaves, then jump throw. With the new Ancient, this is the only smoke that you really need to throw when going A mid-round through Donut as Temple Wall is blocked off. Do you want a molly that deals with the pit one-way smoke? Kicker's got you covered, standing behind the porch pillar, aim to the right of the tree, then left click throw. This molly forces the CT out of big pit. Cave one-way smoke from Matches standing in the back left corner, aim top right of the lamp, then left click throw. The smoke will bounce into their doorway and it's going to land on top of the brick, which gives you that one way to spot any T's legs if they do decide to peek Cave from Cheetah. Another team I saw using this smoke was Cloud9. Norbert flashes apartments for his teammates to peek from window. He will stand in front of the sign, aims as shown, then run through bind. You can force the elbow one-way smoke as Patsy does here, smoking the corner when the deep Molotov is still up. This happens all the time as well when you're throwing the elbow smoke from house after mollying deep. Post plant on lower, PKL plays behind the double door. This position can be very sneaky, however he only manages to find one frag. Mopaz at barrels is crouched and looks down to the ground hoping that Vitality don't clear him as they advance at the site, which doesn't happen because his teammates pull the attention off of him and he's able to backstab two of the Vitality players. You could try this on your eco rounds as well, as I recently seen your Kinder do this and pull off 2 frags with it. Sampayas throws the ramp sandbag one-way smoke from headshot. He aims here, then left click throw. Afterwards, the A site players will slowly push up to clear top ramp. Yuri jumps up into window and then the corner breaks and remains there holding to see if anyone from Astralis peeks him, because he does make a lot of noise making these jumps. Config hears him doing so and he thinks he knows where Yuri is, however that's not the case as Yuri hits him with his off-angle peek and then punches Config for doing so. Afterwards he jumps up into the ladder. Instead of throwing the standard big pit one-way smoke, BMOS will instead choose to go with another big pit smoke that is going to be simply thrown to his left, and that's going to be holding the gap between the wall and the smoke, where he has a one-way to spot Abs and short, killing Stout advancing, however misses the shot onto the Abs player and then killing Yabby. This smoke is OP as you'll see you can't even spot BMOS behind the cover of the smoke. Let's revisit this nuke one-way smoke from Ents that I haven't seen in so long. Madden top hut crouches, aim at the corner, stands up, then left click throw. Afterwards he gets down from top hut where he's gonna get boosted from Spinks and he has a nasty one-way smoke where you can see back lobby but doesn't see anyone. From the opposition side, the one-way smoke is super strong and the CTs can't be spotted door. As Attack's gonna throw a B door retake flash from this back corner, he puts his crosshair like this, then runs one step forward and jump throw. This demo doesn't do it any justice as it shows the flash trajectory landing short. However, in actuality, the flash does go over the wall and it's gonna blind anyone laying into the right of the door. Dumal with a nice movement play here, jumping off the box to bait a shot in case an Opper is holding, which he does, making Patsy whiff and he capitalizes and kills him, however does get traded. Sampayas goes for the car peek using the Furious Smoke and throws a flash off the wall that bounces front car that won't blind him and it blinds anyone banana, which gets Nico, setting himself up for the frag. I really like this flash as he could peek with it and the wood board covers him from getting blind and it flashes anyone holding from bottom banana or banana. Shira gets boosted on the box short post plant retake and peeks A site where he can see over the boxes and kills James. This boost helps them win the 2v2 retake as they'll go on and take down Fame as well. Very easy way to molly Cave and B pillar, stand next to the door, put your crosshair in the gap, then left click throw. This molly forced Kicker who was in the doorway jiggle peeking to push into Cave where Nafni kills him. Mopaz throws a top banana one-way smoke by throwing it against the sandbags, then playing behind it where he has a gap between the sandbags and the smoke to see anyone towards half wall, as well as there's a gap in the top of the sandbags that you can spot the enemies. However, he's gonna eat a half wall flash and then gets killed. BMOS the lurker holds lobby from roof through the ladder opening. This position can be very difficult for CTs to check as they're focused on other angles. I've shown this off angle before playing behind this wall CT to watch main. I wanted to show it off again as to show you why this angle is good. As you see, Fame here doesn't get flash at all from the Brokey flashes and gets 2 frags before falling. Cool post plant boost from C9 and B site behind the pillar. Enters can see over the wall to spot short, however he gets no action from it, just like me in my personal love life. If you know the ramp player likes to hold behind the smoke, what you could do is triple nade behind the smoke and go through with the nades, which Order do here, and the nades forces Crimbo to fall back, and as he does so he gets run down by Order for doing so. Farlick throws an offensive outside flash, aiming at the tip of the shadow, then jump throw. The flash lands on top red and won't blind Blame F because it lands behind him as he pushes up to peek, and he manages to find 3 frags off of it. Rain inside cave nades banana through the gap, and then with a trick flash throwing it off the stairs, and the flash bounces and goes upwards, blinding the T's as they come up banana. Patsy gets boosted up into heaven, and did you know you could spot lower with this angle here, being able to see through the beam? The CTs won't definitely expect you to be up here and won't clear you, but Patsy unfortunately misses his shots, but does rebound back with the frag until you kinder onto heaven. I showed in my previous trick video the 2 mid magic molotovs phase through. Spinks, after throwing the left one, is gonna pair it up with a donut smoke by aiming here, then walks 2 steps forward and jump throw. The smoke locks out the donut player Monacy and allows Hades to push up into house. Ents used this combo about 3 to 4 rounds against G2 when they took mid control, and every time they did it, they were very effective with it and took mid control. One play you can make as a T in lobby at the start of round is to go near hut and spam it, because CTs will sometimes like to hold this off angle front Tetris as they cross from down heaven, and they're going to want to peek door, and Keto does a lot of damage tagging up Seiko, who eventually gets burnt by Tapson's second red Molotov. Axel will molly window at the start of the round, standing in the middle of the sign. He will aim at this part of the plant, and he will run forward and jump throw right as he hits the tree. The molly lands window and only gets a bit of the box, which can be a problem, as the CT can jump on it still to peak lane, however it would discourage the run boost. Solo play from Kisarato as he timings Outsider's banana control when the CT is pushing down banana to try to clear deep. Kisarato underhands a flash and goes through the banana smoke and picks up both frags onto Outsider's blinding kicker. Dumao throws a one-way smoke from mid donut tunnel where he aims to the right of this line, then right click throw. He throws this smoke when the T's are showing presence towards mid, which Spirit do here with utility, and he takes cover behind the smoke and kills Patsy. Dumao has actually thrown this smoke a lot in different multiple games, and he got punished for doing so in a later game versus another team that anti-stratted him knowing this, and he dies from it. Dumao smokes a main from behind this wall. He's going to aim where these two would meet and then left click throw. Afterwards he jump spots Donut from triple, and he doesn't see anyone, and he gets on top of triple where he holds Donut. Spirit are going to come through to Donut to A, and Dumao gets only 1 frag before falling. If you are planning on using this angle, just make sure someone is watching A main, or you have to have it smoked off. L smokes come in from call, and Blame quickly sprints inside garage to get boosted by Farlick to peek over the garage smoke where he spots JT pushing up alongside main. This is one boost that Blame used to do when he was on call himself. Patsy throws a preemptive elbow smoke that would put out the CT's deep molly, and he gets into the elbow waiting for any CTs to run by. However, he gets flashed and has to fall back. The more common way is to throw it in the elbow corner, so the way that he's doing it here might catch the CTs off guard by his positioning. Do you have a problem with CTs pushing main to peek door? Simply molly and nade main and then spam the hut, which Ents do here, punishing matches as he decides to push through and gets taught a valuable lesson for doing so. Heroic with a nice bait and switch here inside Cheetah with Stown in an off angle while Tessus is tucked to the right. Stown will take the attention away from Tessus as he gets 3 frags and then dies. JTC, thinking no one else would be here, doesn't clear his angle, and Tessus has a freebie. Hook, line, and sinker. Crimbo default A site. He's going to peek library, however does it with this off angle peek, getting on top from the right side to not be spotted, and then swings, however doesn't find the kill, but good idea nonetheless. Mopas throws an A site retake smoke from Arch. He sets his crosshair above the roof, then left click throw. The smoke will give him cover to push through the Moto smoke and onto the box where he has a one way to work with, and he kills Hunter. What I also like about this smoke is that for the lineup it's easy and it isn't affected by the Moto smoke. Team Spirit double nade back white and kill Taco. Let's take a look at Magic's and Chopper's POVs for the nade lineups. Magic's aligns himself up with the bottom left of this square, stands up, aims bottom of this line on the wall, then jump throw. His nade's gonna bounce off the top of the beam. Chopper on the other hand is going to be alongside the wall on the bottom of the stairs where he aims as shown, then left click throw. And there you have it, a nade stack to clear white. Chopper smokes front Cheetah that blocks off Cheetah and window. He aligns himself up with this part of the stone, aims at this dark spot, then jump throw. This smoke allows Team Spirit to come out B door without having to worry about anyone peeking from window. In the pro scene with new Ancient, it's still in progress to which side should be smoking window. I've only seen FaZe do it on their CT side, and more often the T's are doing it, so which I'll show you a couple more lineups here. If you do plan on using this smoke, you have to be very careful in case any CTs did go up window, as we see Fang does here, and he peeks lane after the smoke fades, catching out Matches who was looking towards banana. Besides the smoke fade window peek, another aspect you need to watch out for when using this smoke is that the cheetah player can get flashed through it from the donut player and then pushes the smoke to lane, as Kicker does here, receiving the flash from Fame. Burzin shows us another way to throw the front cheetah smoke by staying in front of this stone that sticks out. Put your crosshair here at this part of the wall, then jump throw. This smoke will land very identical to where Chopper's smoke lands, and it covers the same positions. Shiro throws the same smoke that lands front cheetah, however with a different position and lineup. He will stand at the end of the wall, then aims at this dark mark on the stone and jump throw. Astralis also throws the same smoke as Shiro. Sorry if I'm boring you all, but I must show these smokes as they are new. Dexter has his own variation of the window smoke with a very easy lineup by standing in front of this rock, sets his crosshair here, then jump throw. Dexter's smoke won't block off cheetah and only towards window. Be careful with using this smoke, as the CT cheetah player can peek down towards lane because they have cover towards mid. Dhead throws the same smoke as Dexter, however different lineup but same position. In front of the rock, he will instead aim higher up at this crack, then run throw bind. How ENCE uses this smoke is to give cover from window as they try to take fast cheetah control. Heroic have their own take on this window smoke. Shush will line himself as shown, then aims here and jump throw. This smoke lands on top of Xbox and it covers the window side and prevents any CTs from peeking lane if they were to jump on top of Xbox. Heroic will use this smoke to take fast cheetah control this round, and the smoke also gives a one way to peek towards donut. I will be releasing another Pro Tricks video soon, as I've got more clone demos to watch. Make sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on all the pro tricks. Till next time, NartOutHere, peace. Check out my other pro trick videos that YouTube and I might think that you would like.